Well, well, well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right. You found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of the show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Players, since before you're sunburned hot in space, and before your race was born, I have awaited players.
Hey everyone, welcome to Architects of Fate. Tonight we're playing Star Trek Bajor Rising, Echoes of the Lost. The crew of the USS Destiny has had to confront the harsh realities of the Bajoran colony on Tal'Veen 5 Beta, where the dangers extend far beyond the simply unforgiving climate of a tidally locked moon. The colonists are deeply divided, posing a threat potentially more perilous than the environment, or even the Cardassian raids, which have been becoming more frequent and more deadly. This episode will also introduce us to a new player of the group, who may offer fresh insights into the colony's troubles. Join us now as we navigate the complexity of survival and conflict on the edge of Federation space. And I've got to turn off my echo before I go nuts. Thank you. All right. So what I want to do is welcome everybody. Everybody hopefully says hi in chat, if anyone's monitoring chat. Bajor Rising 2, Bajor Harder. Nice. Thank you, Atlas, for giving out fate chips to everybody, too. And hey, everybody, we have a new, steampunk cat or something in there, so make them feel welcome and see if we can loop them into something. How do we want to do this? Do we want to do Destiny? Would you like to introduce yourself first, or do you want to wait for everybody else to go?
I'll go first.
Okay, and one other thing is I've started a thing, and Steve had to go through this. Each of the players in their turn is going to ask you something about Azara, if you're comfortable doing that.
Absolutely.
Okay, got some thinking on your feet. All right, so hey, Destiny, welcome. Tell us about yourself and who you're playing tonight.
So, hi, I'm Destiny. I am playing Azara tonight. Um, there's a lot to tell about me, or there's nothing to tell about me, and not a lot of time to do it. But I used to be an EMT firefighter, so that was fun. Now I work in nonprofits. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to play Azara and introduce her to everyone.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll leave the introductions then by having the players dig out some questions about Azara. I know that this could potentially go just horribly sideways, but that's just kind of how we do things here. Okay, Jim, your name is Jim.
My name
I
is Jim.
love that. That joke is so old. It never get.
I get it at least once a week. I love it. I always know who's the coolest one to talk to when I hear
That's
that
true.
joke. My name is Jim. I'm your friend, and I play Lieutenant Lemuel Higby, the Starfleet engineer and rapscallion, who is friend to children and small puppies everywhere.
And so your question
Oh, yes. My question is, Lieutenant Azara joined Starfleet. Why?
So, Lieutenant Zara grew up kind of in a military home. Um, she had heard the stories of other Betazoids joining Starfleet and was inspired and wanted to do something greater and explore.
Okay. All right.
Excellent.
Steve, Darth Sarcastic. How about you introduce yourself and play?
My name is Steve. My character is Nels Tallis, also a Bajoran. Your standard intelligence / security officer. I'm just trying to think what my question would be. You said you were also Bajoran. So what is your view on the prophets in general? Like, how strong is your
I
connection?
think she's Betazoid.
And Betazoid.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then I'm the Bajoran with the hearing problem. Okay.
You want to come back to you? Okay, no worries.
Yeah, because
the fun part is Nathaniel's next, and Nathaniel's going to tell you a funny story about my understanding of keeping the two B-named aliens apart. Nathaniel, Nathan, why don't you load out?
Well, for Stephen, for your hearing problems, just checking the sick bay. We got a hyper spray for them, guaranteed. Hello, everyone. I'm Nathan. I be playing two characters tonight. I am playing Brator, the Klingon Vulcan hybrid shuttle pilot, and I also will be playing Ula, the human medic. And my question to Destiny is, during your Starfleet exam, what was your psych test, and how did you solve it?
Ooh, wow.
I remember my psych exam being a woman who, it was a woman who was like desperately in need of help, but on the other side, the person that hurt her was my patient. So I had to make a decision. Do I leave my patient who is injured and who injured her to go help her? Or do I stay with my patient, heal him, focus on him, and let her die? One of the two will die, but
Okay, that was a rough one.
That's really intense.
This is like, was your psych test evaluator Captain Janeway by any chance?
Possibly.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us what you did because it's a private, personal thing. And let me see, MSU Supercam. What about you?
Hey everybody, my name's Cam. Longtime gamer here, and I'm playing Lieutenant Melkor Rargorthar. He is an Efrosian. He's the grandson, for fans of the Star Trek movies. He's the grandson of the Efrosian president from Star Trek Six: The Undiscovered Country. He's been protected by his family, and this is his first assignment away from basically the very center of the Federation. And so he's looking for a little excitement and adventure because all of his previous postings were mundane. And so every once in a while, that means he'll do something completely random just to add some excitement to his life. And sometimes that might upset other crew members. He's thinking about the time he programmed the replicator to read a book from Bajoran religious tomes. So that was not a good thing. Now, my question for Lieutenant Azara, being that my grandfather was the president of the UFP, do you happen to have in your family background any connections to the Starfleet diplomatic corps or the political wing of the Federation?
Most of us were in either science division or medical or trying to, I think we all kind of had that similar focus or mission of using our innate abilities and our telepathic abilities to help others in that regard.
Okay.
I have a uncle that actually went a slightly different route, went engineering, but other than that, most of us are all medical.
All right.
Okay, I think we got it set. What I've got is when we last left everybody, we had three clusters of things going on. One is we had a minor electrical problem from Lemuel's team pushing carts, right? Or was that Lemuel or who was that? No, or was it Ragathor?
I think that was, yeah.
Okay, because Lemuel, you were there setting up things with your team, right? Ragathor was pushing.
We're
Pushing a bunch of carts because we didn't have the zero gravity lifters.
Okay, and you were just bumping along. They fell over, and now there's an electrical storm.
Yeah.
The other thing we've got is let me think here. Trying to get myself down to there's a landing pad here that I want to get us back to. And I also got to remove the people who should not be there. Ula's there. Ra is not there. Phineas, well, Phineas. It was Saren Volk the guy who screwed everything up? If I recall correctly, we had kind of a guy who was an F up.
I think so.
Yep. That left Latar, Ula, and Nellis. Okay.
I think he was hauled off to medical because he got to up, in a sense.
Oh, no, that was Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Parker's there. Here's the deal. How about we do this? Ula, would you like to accompany Parker to the kind of the shuttle that's been set up for the main medical? If that's okay. And what I'd like you to do is, sorry?
Yeah.
Okay, because this puts you and Azara into a scene, and it's kind of nice to have the new player kind of get off the ground here. That's just my goofiness. I'm going to say that Parker's injuries might wind up being more severe than first thought, because he neglected to tell everybody that he had what artificial organ. So, group, you can decide amongst yourselves what artificial organ did he have that's now obviously going to cause problems, and he'll go meet a Q at some point. So you guys can just sing it out if you've got an idea. Destiny, if you've got an idea before these guys get to it. Okay, who's Jewel Jessica said the kidney stomach. And what
I was going to call out kidney, but
kidney too?
that sounds... Kidney sounds right.
Nels, also you still have a question to ask Azara about her background. We'll do that during play if you want. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the deal. Yeah, I'm going to take somebody at their word for typing. These are the Betelgeusians, and they do have a kidney stomach. So we're just going to declare they look like us on the outside, but they have a kidney stomach. And so that's going to increase complication range to treat them to an 18, 19, or 20. Because chat needs to be more making up its mind. I'm going to try and get a shuttle interior for you guys, which is going to look amazing like sick bay for the moment. Ulna, can you do a insight and medicine roll on this as this will be your movement to getting Mr. Parker where he needs to be. Difficulty 1. You guys are sitting on a buttload of momentum, so don't worry about that.
Sorry, and you rate the difficulty?
Sorry, I missed what you said.
What's the difficulty?
1.
Sorry, okay. What's complication? What's still 20?
For this will be it'll be 18, 19, or 20. How'd we do? Damn it. I love this.
1 success and 1 complication.
All right. Well, you do see it is a problem. Jewel Jessica, which you're one of the regular players. What I did was I like that you had the typo because typos are how we move forward. We use the mistake and it drives us forward. I like kidney or stomach, but no, we made them an alien. You've added to Star Trek canon, so congratulations to you. And you do see that Parker is in a bad way. So that urges you to go, instead of letting him cook in his own juice like you normally would, like a little suffering is good for the soul kind of thing. Your complication, guys, what kind of complication, actually, Nathan, what I'd like you to do is pick one player to describe the complication that would arise from you observing something about them in terms of a diagnosis. So it will be something that isn't horrific, but it is incorrect. So you pick the person you want to put on the spot. I usually recommend the person who you think likes you the least.
I'm going to choose our security officer, Stephen, to decide.
So the complication. Well, I would say, despite your experience, you've never actually had to work on a kidney stomach, and so this is just completely out of left field, and it's not even put together the way that the documentation says. So like. So like, you look it up. You're like, let me take a look in the database. Wait a minute. Great, this is a birth defect. Marvelous.
Oh God, I love it. Okay, yes. I don't know quite how we'll we'll work that in. I like the idea that we've now given this person, you've totally removed the problem from Nathaniel or Nathan. You put it onto the patient. All right. The complication is, suddenly becomes even harder to diagnose and deal with. I'm not going to be a jerk. I'm going to say at some point I will probably spend threat against you while treating the patient as part of the complication, part of the mutant complication. So what does Ula do now? You're seeing, this ain't right. So and he's stumbling pretty badly. The shuttle is like about 30 feet away.
Basically, I just call up for assistance, say bring medical kits, bring a gurney,
Okay. Nellis, you're...
and
Oh, sorry.
just have Parker lay on the ground because
Okay.
if we keep jostling around, he probably won't make it.
Okay. Also, side note to Destiny, we're dealing with the more primitive shuttlecraft from Next Gen before they got a transporter. Just to let you know that that's why that wasn't an emergency beam out, wasn't called for. Just in case, because that's one thing that I really don't want to take away. That's such a common tool to not have and to let you walk into it and say, oh, did you know there's no air? That would be the similar thing of me neglecting that. So you hear, Destiny, you're on duty in the medical shuttle, which has so far just been, doing some surgeries and things. You hear Ula call out for help. Nellis, you're nearby if you want to join in. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the emergency transporters will be installed by engineering, hopefully by Tuesday.
Wait for Jim to say, oh, all right.
Tuesday. Today.
So let me see. Parker's on the ground. Destiny, what do you want to do? They yelled, bring a gurney, bring a this. What you doing?
Yeah, I'm worried about him being compromised right now and not able to walk, so I'm definitely bringing a gurney, if not a stretcher, depending on how stable he is. And I'm checking his skin color.
Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is plop you into the scene. What did you leave the shuttle with? That would be my first thought.
A medical tricorder. I always have my NeuroSim 9 on me just because I suck at communicating.
Got it. Okay. Yep.
And a small kit of like hypo sprays, like the basics.
Okay. And let me see. Copy. I'm just going to put your character into the picture. All right. So you're bringing the heavier duty stuff. Laying down there. Oh, hey, Skate Deck. Hey, congratulations on your subscription to level 1. Thank you. So let me see. What did? Yeah, skin color. What would it be? Well, he's kind of his normal. He is actually pale gray anyway. So his ashen appearance is actually turning a bit more red, a bit more blotchy, which I think you will recognize as not good. It's like they're, and again, you guys haven't run a scan quite yet. I knew Ula's was just simply observation that this was much more serious than just a simple injury. So if you want to go with your medical tricorder, did you want to use telepathy as well, or is that just? Because I don't know if they need. I don't know if they need any comms at this point. But
Yeah, I think right now I'm just going to do a quick medical scan with the tricorder, see if there's anything obvious like internal bleeding or like airway compromise. Just looking for the obvious.
What I need is you're not rattled by this, so this is going to be reason and medicine, which you should storm all over.
I would like to assist, please.
Okay, you get to roll a die. Are you assisting with? Because you don't necessarily have to scan as well. So if you have other attributes you wanted to use.
I'm doing the old-fashioned way. I'm like checking for a pulse. I'm just checking the pupils, make sure.
Going the hand.
Sure not.
Going the hands on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Start off with.
All right. For you, it's up to you if you want to use either reason, control, or daring, depending on how you want to use your medicine. This is. I'm sorry.
me?
This is for Ula's character.
Okay.
I don't think I got a response.
I'm assisting, so I'm just waiting.
Well, what I mean is, in your assistance, you were going to do a hands-on thing. What I meant is, for your role, did you want to do something that was like a daring in medicine, or a more control in medicine, where you're very carefully feeling, or reason in medicine?
Kind of like reason medicine.
Okay. You do get to roll one die. If Destiny succeeds, your roll goes through. All right, Destiny. Really straightforward. You got a light. You're waving over him. If anybody's got a tricorder sound, they're welcome to enjoy it. So, Destiny, do you need any? Do you want to buy any dice or anything? It's a difficulty 2 to diagnose. You do have complication range, and that's mostly because of their unusual physiology.
I think I'm good. I'm trying to remember how the dice roll works. It's been a little bit.
What would you like to know? What'll happen is you get 2d20, and your job with the d20s is to generate successes. So basically, each die is its own little saving throw, and so you buy more dice gives you more saving throws, and then every time you succeed with the die, rolling at or below the target of your, in this case, I think you have a 14. You add you're adding your, I think I said reason and medicine together, right? So add
Okay.
So it's combine attributes as your target, and then roll under, and then as many times as you roll under, you get a success.
Okay, so I have 2 successes.
Okay. Did you roll anything that would? Okay. Yep. You got 2 successes. That's good. You did the basic diagnosis. Una, why don't you go ahead and roll your assist then? 1 success. Okay. So what'll happen is you guys get one. You have one success more than you needed to complete the task, which means you get like a point of momentum to spend on essentially to obtain information. So what I'm going to do is, Lieutenant Azan, you have a scan. It does look like the, what was it called? Is it the stomach kidney? Yeah. Do we call it the kidney stomach or the stomach kidney?
Kidney stone.
One of the two.
Is the kidney stomach? Because I like the idea that those get confused, and that's why they have a complication range, because they have these dumb organ names. All right. So it's like, and there's, all right, I'll stop going down Trek trivia. The kidney stomach. All right. So there's basically, this person has been subjected to a form of plasma shock, and you can see some minor burning on the hands. Nothing major, significant, or life-threatening there, but you do get that the current did travel through, and it was right place, wrong time, and it seemed to disrupt their kidney stomach, and you do get the sense that it's bleeding a lot more than it should. And there's some, it's starting to have an internal hemorrhage, some shock, which also means that the muscles are in, what's it called? Fibrillation? I got that name right? Because it's a kidney stomach, the stomach moves and the kidney kind of filters. So the stomach muscle is actually fibrillating, like you'd have an atrial fibrillation. So, hey, I paid attention in first aid class. So, so you've got that happening as a result of the electrical shock. The shock shouldn't have done that to him. So that feeds into the concept that this might be a birth defect of some sort that got past scans. So the person's actually having a lot more problems than they should have. Nathaniel, Ula, I mean, you guys did the diagnosis, and your assist gets you guys one additional question. You guys can decide between you, because I think you both went either to the academy or you served together already. So if you want to talk amongst yourselves about what to ask next, as players, you can go ahead and formulate if you want to ask another question.
Well, first things first, as I meet up with your character, I'm like, good to see you again. Sorry it's under these conditions. Seems after academy, you did quite well for yourself. So back to the patients. Do you want to? What do you think here? Tackle the kidney stomach or get him out of shock?
I think we want to stop the bleeding first and then kind of work outward.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right. Do you guys want to bank the momentum, or do you want to ask an additional question that may help you down the line?
Yeah, I would like to ask some additional questions.
Okay. Is that okay? Yep. All right. Yep. Go ahead.
The electrical the charge that hit him, has it done any damage to his, say, his brain, his heart, any other vital organ affected by this charge?
That's a good question. What the heck is happening here, guys? It has. All right. Give me evens or odds. Yes, I love. Yeah. Yes, Jim. That was where I was headed.
No.
Yes, we're going to do this.
No.
You gave us an or question. These people only will have one organ by the time we're done because we'll just string them all together. It'll just be one blob. I like the brain heart because I feel that's a very medieval way of looking at it, and these people might actually just be the Ren Fair planet, and we don't know it. But I like the brain heart, and you evens or odds. Nathaniel,
Our new cast member.
a new cast member. What I'd like you to do is pick an even, if the dice roll is even or if the dice roll is odd, and I get to decide if we match.
Hoping for even.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll 4d20, and the way I read the dice is just across and across, so it's even. They match. Generally, matching is a good thing, right? So there is no other extenuating or no other hidden injury. You scanned other vital organs or you checked other vital organs. Like, oh God, if it's his brain, heart, he's a goner, right? So yeah, the other major systems, like the spleen, pancreas, the colon spine,
Where we have-
the colon spine.
Where we have a Florida here.
Yeah, we're done.
Or changeling.
I hope his liver uterus is okay.
Yes. Oh God. This was supposed to be the serious show. So the brain heart is good. Doesn't seem to be suffering any other ill effects, which is great because you're going to have your hands plentiful with this. You could now you're not set up for surgery at this point, and for internal bleeding, as an actual person in medicine who does this, internal bleeding would require what?
Likely surgery and cauterization.
Okay, well you have a phaser, so you're halfway there. But did you want to attempt to move them into like the actual surgical bay? Because it's about 20 feet, so you've got the 0G thing. It'll be a smooth ride. I'll let you know right off the bat. It will be a smooth ride to the medical bay.
Yeah, I think I won't move
Okay.
him.
No, I'm not going to do anything at all about that because I already told you it's safe to move him, and that would be a dick thing to do. Ula and Izan and Parker. I think I got everybody. Copy. I'm going to move you to the medical bay. Did anyone else want to come along? And I'm just going to pretend that this is the shuttle's bay for right now.
Well, if they need help schlepping him into the medical bay, I'll
Okay,
I'll
I
help
think
them
that will
out.
be good. Actually, this would be what I call a 0-level task. So the only thing you have to worry about is a complication. And for moving them, that's not going to be that big complication range. What I'm going to say is, Nellis, you're the only person who's not a medical professional. So there might be some doubt about your ability to help move. So I'd like to ask you to make I'd like to ask you to just make the roll kind of unassisted because they're just doing their job. It's a 0-level task, so anything you roll is gravy. And it is your medicine and control.
So that's a 12.
Yeesh.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. 2
Hot
successes.
Okay, I am so appreciative of that. All right, so what I'm going to do is not bring the Antares along. Bring on that. So you guys have 9 momentum. We're under 2nd edition rules for that, so you guys can have as much momentum as twice your number of players. I think, yeah, because I kind of like that because you guys can spend a lot that way. All right, you do make it in. He is up on the bio bed now, and he's being monitored. Surgery is going to take a little bit of time. Do you guys have surgery focus at all?
I have a focus in advanced medical technology.
Okay.
I don't know if that helps or not.
I'd almost go emergency medicine a little bit. What? Sorry, Ula, what have you got?
I have trauma surgery and triage for focuses.
I think you might want to take the lead.
I have field medicine under talents.
Under talents?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That.
So do I.
I'm going to have to look up what field medicine does. I apologize. You may ignore any increase in difficulty without working with proper tools or equipment. Damn. I should have left you guys in the dirt. It would have been better. All right. No. What happens is you can turn off all the med bay now at that point, just to make it more interesting. Did you want to have Ula take the lead on this since they have trauma surgery? Okay. So what I'm going to do is this. You guys can just do whatever the Star Trek version of the either the suit up or not. And what I'd like to do is move to the field where people have been executed or electrocuted. Sorry, did I say that?
We have to.
What?
Well, we have to talk to the commander and the captain about the engineer. I mean, it's just shoddy workmanship.
Oh, this one was better. This was like letting the political officer move a forklift. You weren't forklift certified.
No, I was not.
No, I was not. I was not indeed. So what I want to do in this case is, this is Jim's Victory Garden. Setting the scene for you guys. You've got, this is their crops, and these crops are not doing well. I think you guys have been working on constructing a greenhouse out of transparent aluminum, which is that or a bunker. These plants are going to be well protected. But you've got this. You're setting up a windbreak. You are putting in posts. Vortan, Xander, and Libuel are putting up posts. There are 2 Bajorans, and they're kind of the agricultural specialists, as good as they get here. That's Oren Varsa and Jorn Pell. And what I'd like to do is that whoever would like to take over, since you're not your main characters aren't in the scene, if you'd like to take over, if someone wants to take over Xander or Vorten Blug, if they feel the need for a little more role playing, I can add a third red shirt if someone else, if nobody wanted to sit this one out. Vorten and Xander have not been defined at all, and that would be your job to do that. It might be a short trip considering all of you are about to make like death saves. So you may just get a really great death thing. Stephen, did you want to take one of the NPCs, or do you want to sit it out for a sec?
I'm thinking Vorten Blog. That sounds like a Tellarite name, unless you've already got that.
These are I believe blank slates, Jim.
As far as I remember,
Okay.
yeah.
And if they weren't,
sounds. Dude sounds like he's a Tellarite.
Because his another person I now created called Froland Blug is also here now. So there's a spot for Nathan and Destiny both if they want to take one of those characters. You're gonna take a pass? All right. You're just gonna relax? Okay. You chill out. You check your phone. Get in chat. Stir some shit. Destiny, did you want to jump in and improvise a whole new character on the spur of the moment?
No, thank you.
Okay. Damn. All right. Well, yeah. Well, I'll start running for land too. It looks like now that you're not inhabiting them, they're definitely goners. So basically, Mr. Gathor, what was the thing you said just as the generator slammed into the ground and malfunctioned and started generating a plasma pulse through all of the metal that was lying about the work site?
Everybody grab something that'll ground you.
Okay.
Remarkably aware of your surroundings.
You got that talking off first. Okay. What I'd like to do is, there's no such thing as luck, in my opinion. Lemuel, what is your knowing not to be injured by flying metal kind of skill? What kind of things would come important? I think it's engineering is one of them.
Yeah, engineering probably, and
Daring?
fitness.
Okay, you're going to vote for fitness?
I would say
Okay.
fitness.
So your engineering and fitness, all you need is one success. That'll indicate that you did not have hold of a metal pipe.
All right, that is one success.
Okay.
One success.
Okay, so you had your hands up. Router, you're fine. What I'm going to just do is, it's going to be just evens or odds for the rest of these poor fools. Odds they're not doing well. Okay, 1 odd, 2 odds. And I'm going 1, nope. You've got a sad day. So medical might have a few more things to worry about in a second.
Yeah.
Here I was thinking, and then it's this one and this one, which is the 4 and the 19. All right. So Forlan is also injured, and Xander, because I ran out of dice, is fine. Xander was gold bricking. The engineers look like they took the brunt of it. Okay.
Well, he's a science guy, right?
Yeah.
Because he's blue, so
Yeah.
maybe he wasn't close enough to any engineering equipment.
Yep. So it looks like there's been some shocks through it. The reactor, the thing that you've tipped over, is continuing to not discharge, but now it looks like it's going into what could be construed as an overload. So you guys can make some decisions about what you want to do next.
I'm going to back away from it and say I'm a scientist, not an engineer.
Yeah, and Lemuel's gonna run towards it, trying to defuse it or
Sorry.
degauss it.
Put a hole in it. It can't work if it's got a hole in it.
No, no, the tool of choice is not a hand phaser. For God's sakes.
Vortan, what's you've just seen
I'm also going to run towards it to try and engineer it. So I will
engineer
assist
it. Yep.
while swearing up a storm
Okay.
in Telerik.
I like the idea that whoever it was, and I will say you can decide who Frolan is to you, if you want. But Frolan was like a little further back, and you hear. "Rah!" That's not going to grow back.
You killed my brother Piotr.
Yeah. So.
Damn it, he's supposed to be my spare. We're twins.
Even better.
Anyway.
We're definitely going to have to learn a thing about, you're going to get to make some lore up about twin Tellarites. And chat, go right ahead and do that. Not Too Shabby gave advantage to Dr. Twitch for the beard. Thank you. Sorry I did not have enough points. That's okay. I just catching up on chat. All right, Vorten and Lemuel. Let's see if I can find a little adequately stupid-looking device. Let's have it look like maybe this. Okay, and it's just going to be like kind of more squatty and bigger. Yeah, why were you carrying around something that massive?
Well, nobody wanted to help me, and I didn't have those 0G lifters, so I just put it on that wheel cart and hoped the ground wasn't rough.
And you hoped wrong.
Yep, quite obviously wrong.
Okay, I'm just putting in those special effects. Yeah, this is going to be unpleasant. So what I'm looking at is it's going to be a 2-stage roll. And the first thing is, as with everything, it's diagnosis. And the second thing will be an attempted repair. I'm assuming you have an engineering toolkit nearby.
Always.
Okay. And that will also work for Vortan. Yeah, so basically Forlan is back there just gone. I can attempt to have Xander render medical assistance at some point. And also you got a downed Bajoran NPC who might be named and important. But who cares? All right.
I could actually run over there and check him out while they're working on the equipment.
Okay,
I'll check on the Bajoran, because since I'm supposed to be a Xeno guy, I don't want them to think Federation people take care of their own first.
Yeah, I like Froland's back there going, I'm fine. Of course you're going to check on a pink skin.
Shut up, you've had worse.
I don't know. I've only got one more finger left on my stubby little hoof hand. Yeah, we're going old school. All right, so, yeah, are you guys tusks or no tusks? That'll be the next thing to think about. I lost one of his tusks. Okay, so, Lemuel, what you're going to do is probably an insight and... yeah, let's go with insight and engineering, which is a thing to make snap judgments. If you want to, you can actually look at like reason and engineering. If you want to take a more logical approach, and I don't know if you have daring. I forgot whether or not you had daring.
We've got very little daring, so we'll go with.
Oh no,
insight.
I meant as a talent.
Oh no, what do I have?
Yeah, don't
as
forget your talents. Talents, focuses, and values.
Technical expertise, which I don't know if I wrote down. What
Don't worry about it.
Yes, I did. Oh, that's got nothing to do with that.
And Vortran, you can make up whether or not. Here's how this is going to work with an NPC. The thing you're good at is a 12. A skill you're kind of okay with is a 10. And I'm absolutely useless at this is an 8. Okay? So you only have to kind of remember 3 numbers. And then you as the player can decide, oh, what I'm doing is in my wheelhouse. And that's the 12. Does that make sense to you?
Okay, so instead of
we're
figuring
not
out
going to make a whole.
attribute
Yeah,
discipline,
we're just going to take the number. Is that okay? Okay.
Makes
It
sense
keeps
to
things
me.
moving for non-players, but if they could be promoted up to having actual stats someday.
Right.
But yeah, Vorchen, you would wind up probably assisting at the 12. I'm assuming this is for diagnostics. So what are you doing, Lemuel? Are you going hands-on? Are you using the tricorder? Are you just spitting at it? What are you doing? Because I think you're using reason, right?
No, I'm using insight,
You're
so I'm gonna
you're
eyeball
eyeballing it. Okay.
I'm eyeballing
Okay.
it, listening to it. I'm smelling the air, tasting the
Okay.
wind,
And
and putting all this together.
okay, there's a lot of acrid taste in that wind, I will say. There is the brief smell of charred hemathyrin.
Barbecue.
No, hemathyrin.
Barbecue.
Yeah, it smells like somebody's having a crab boil. That's
So old school IT support
Yeah.
stuff. That's
Ode to ozone.
ode to ozone. All right, and Vorted, what are you doing in terms of like your attempt to diagnose the problem?
since he's going with his 5 senses, I'm just going to go with a
Okay.
tricorder to see if there's anything I see that he doesn't.
Odds are it will be hilarious. Let me see. Okay, so Jim, go ahead and throw the dice. You need 2 successes to at least diagnose what the problem is.
All right, let's take a look. And that is
These are numbers there on your sheet. Are you
right, that is 2 successes.
are you entering a prefix code right now? Are you trying to disable my shields?
Yeah, that's exactly
'Cause we
what I'm
can-
doing. I'm turning away
Well,
from the camera and putting.
Yeah,
it on
you got
my
your glasses on, and I thought that's all right. I've been hacked. So you got two.
Yeah.
It was 2 successes.
Two,
All right.
two successes.
All right. He
yeah.
proceeded. So Vorten, you can go ahead and roll your 1 die as an assister or an amister.
Ready? 19. I did not
No.
do well.
Uh,
But at least that wasn't a crit fail.
yeah,
My
that's
God.
pretty good. Yeah, you basically are from the taste.
What's this red button do?
Paul Vorlin is yelling back, I told you to turn it on. Did you put the batteries in again? So he's still giving you shit from back there.
That explains why it's
Yeah. So what we got is you basically are looking at it is what you thought, which is the fusion generator is stuck. The monopolar dichromatic impeller has gone out of sync with the bryostat relay. And you might, and I'm going to flex, I'm going to say, I don't have a buzzword generator. So take that, Cameron. And you're going to have to probably turn it on and off again to clear it.
Again, more old school IT.
Yeah, if you guys,
And
either
old
one of
school
you,
goodie.
both of
done
you
that.
have to come up with one old school IT fix, and each of you is going to have to implement it with a difficulty level of 2.
I know exactly
And
what I'm going
in the
with.
Oh,
Yep.
so do I.
And the complication range is probably going to be 19 or 20 now that I know Steven's rolling hot. Steven, your character can go ahead and roll 2 dice because I accidentally set the complication range. So you're going to both have independent tasks, but they both have to succeed. They're both at difficulty level 2. Okay. Do you want to attempt them at the same time or one after the other?
Do one after the other.
Yeah, one after
Okay.
the other. You want to go
Okay.
first?
Sure. I'll get my travesty out of the way real quick. I guess I'm going to make that the 10.
Well, he's an engineer, so he'd be okay. I mean, he is an engineer. This is his deal. He's a 12. He's a 12 for that. Is that if that's okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want you going
Yeah.
on a 10 unless you really want to kill everybody.
Okay. No, you're right. 12. And here we go. All right. So you got one success and a roll of 19. Is that red light supposed to be flashing? Crap!
What did you?
God.
Is it the blue wire or the green wire? We're a little bit colorblind.
I do like that they
Damn
are
it.
probably blue-yellow colorblind. We've added that to canon.
And this duct tape, this is not duct tape. This is scotch tape.
I absolutely love it. The complication now gets passed on to Lemuel. You have made his job 2 steps harder. So it's a 4.
Crikey.
This is a 4.
no.
Yeah,
That's
you can spend some
momentum.
Yep,
momentum
that's
now.
exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna spend some momentum. What are we at? 7?
I think you might even be at 8, but
I'm
yeah.
gonna- I'm
We're at
going
9.
to.
Oh yeah, we were at 9. Did I pull it from the wrong? Yeah, we were at 9. The I pulled it from the wrong set. Medbay. We are at 9 momentum. You also can use determination if you want, because that's with one of your values. If you have a value that would apply, you get a free your first die is free, and it is an automatic critical success. So if you have a value that could apply, you can burn a point of determination. But you don't have to because you're sitting on a whole lot of momentums.
Yeah, I think I don't really have any values that will fit this.
Stop there.
Unless I don't have any values, none whatsoever. The galaxy's a buffet, and I'm gonna try everything, including this crazy stunt.
Oh, do you want to try that? Oh,
Yeah, I mean, if you will let that slide, I will use that. Because this is definitely trying
okay.
something.
What has happened is the red light starts flashing, things definitely accelerate, and you are now sitting on a bomb. So you've put
right.
protocol to the wind. So that means automatically you're rolling. You're automatically rolling 3 dice. But do you want to buy more?
Yes, I want to buy one
Okay,
more.
That second die will cost 2 momentum. Because it's your second die. Sorry, I say the rules out loud so that everybody can kind of account for what I'm doing. And that means that you will roll altogether 3 dice because one of them, your phantom die, is automatically a success. You can just set that up as a 1 if you want.
All right.
Oh God, was it 4? It was 4. Oh God, you suck.
All right. Out come the glasses. So
I'm
that
gonna
is
I'm gonna send you giant dice.
I need them. Do they exist?
I will send them.
Shit.
Please.
So I got a 1, an 8, and a 20.
Cool. So basically the 1 is 2 successes. That's good. So altogether you have 5 successes. Fantastic. And a complication. Okay. Who do you think hates you the most? And I shouldn't say that because that puts you guys in a dumb spot. Why don't you pick a fellow player? There you go. Destiny put it in chat. You can go by. There are giant
Thank
dice,
you.
and I want to hear them. Pick one of the other players to describe the complication that occurred. Probably not life-threatening, but it's up to the other player.
Destiny's been quiet. We'll give her something to do.
Okay, Nathaniel's got another one. Okay.
So complication with the now bomb.
His attempt to defuse the now superheated. So yeah, to give you things to play with, it's a big metal cylinder full of glass. Seems to have a lot of duct tape on it now, and has superheated ionic plasma in it, as well as probably several other toxic chemicals, and it still has energy. So you've got a playground of things to attack with.
So as you were trying to fix it, especially with the duct tape, things started melting. Like the casings on the wires, and now the wires are hard to touch. The duct tape is now covering things in a hot, sticky glue. It's just a mess.
Okay. So its repairability is probably going to be near zero. What I also would like to do, can I give you a trait like injured hands? Okay.
Sure,
As a thing. Destiny, is that okay? Whether it worked with your thing while he was in the middle of it, it melted over his hands. Okay. Ragathor, how's it going?
Well, I'm going to assess the condition of the Bajoran woman of Orin. And then I can kind of hear in the background that it's not going so well between the engineers. So if she is able to be dragged a little farther away, and I'll also tell Joran, I'll say, get farther back. This doesn't look good.
Okay. Xander's going to probably come in and try and drag. I'm assuming he's going to try and drag. No, I think he's had enough of Frolin shit. I don't think Xander likes Frolin either. Xander's going to try and...
Maybe Xander's Andorian and
yeah.
he and Frolin have had some Andorian Tellarite issues.
Yeah,
diplomatic issues.
Yeah, I think that he's going to save him just to humiliate him. That sounds like a very Andorian thing to do. Okay, so what I need is insight and medicine. It's going to be difficulty level 2 because you have a science tricorder, not a medical tricorder if you're using that.
Right. All right.
If only we had one of the 3 medics.
Is there a difficulty, or is it just
it's diff 2.
All right, so I'm going to burn 1 momentum and roll 3 then.
Okay.
Insight's 10 and medicine is 3, so base chance is 13. I got an 8, a 10, and an 18, so 2 successes and not a complication. You didn't make it 18.
Yeah, you guys have been really hitting those. Orin is. I mean, she's basically stunned into unconsciousness. So nothing more convoluted than a phaser stun, as far as you can tell.
All right.
So she can be moved. She is groggy. Probably will have some minor, little. She'll need a little touch up on the paint, since she was near a plasma discharge. And we're in the PG universe of Star Trek, so there's no gaping wound or anything. So she can be moved, and I assume that's what you guys are going to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, as you drag them away, you hear Lemuel. What do you say as things? What are the words just before things melt on your hands?
Oh, come on, you can do this, you son of a gun.
Okay. And then screech.
And then, unbelievable.
Okay, I'm going to flip back to the medical lab. And I think we have 6 momentum now available. You guys are going in for surgery. You have someone who is hemorrhaging internally. I'm going to say, in the way of all plots, there's not spare plasma available for this. There's not a perfect blood match for this person. Synthetics could be used to replace blood volume if needed. But this whole thing is kind of tricky, and you wouldn't normally be doing it if you didn't have to. Ula, do you have anything you want to... you guys can talk between you both as players and as professionals. Before you start the surgery, is there anything you'd like to do to kind of set conditions? Like if you want to spend some momentum and some extra prep you're doing.
Well, I'm gonna let Destiny to think about it for a second, but I'm going to have our security escorts grab the synthetic blood
Okay.
from one of the packets. It should come with a device to put on the arm or whatever, and just like put that on his wrist.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, right, while we set up the portable stasis field right over where we're going.
Little chesty thing, the light box. Okay, Nellis,
Yeah.
I'm going to need a medicine and probably either reason or control. I'm sorry that you get hired as a security guy, but now suddenly you're a nurse. So this is everybody's joy, right?
Okay.
Hey, I watched too much MASH.
That's gonna be a 12. And I don't got no medical
Yep.
focuses. but-
It'll be a difficulty one. It'll just be a difficulty one task, because everything's kind of labeled fairly well, and you've gone through. Everybody's gone through first aid, essentially. All right.
Successes.
So you successfully get it. You apply the blood pack. You didn't have a complication because of the kidney stomach. So that's good. That puts a momentum back to the group because of your overage there. So you are able to do that. The patient's at least got some plasma flowing in, so to make up for the lost volume. I've lost Cam and Jim. Hopefully there wasn't a storm.
Oh, where did I go?
I don't know.
Lost video, but I think Cam's just on mute. Cam is on
Yeah.
video, but
You were with us,
He's
yeah,
with
you were
us.
with us in spirit. Okay, well, I'll let them. Cam, you might have to just quit and rejoin. That might work.
I think Cam.
Oh, Cam said
Yeah.
BRB, didn't he? Okay, yep. So, Azan and Ula, you guys are. You've got the synthetics in them. Is there anything else you guys want to try and do to prep, or basically it's going to be a couple 3 surgery rolls, and you're going to have to generate. What I'm going to ask is you generate you're going to have to generate 8 successes within 3 rounds, if that makes sense.
you just tell us how bad we're screwing up, and then we'll just try to adjust. We'll do it the best we can.
Yeah,
Um,
I can't think of anything else to prep or make it easier.
we open up a couple of medical kits with tools and surgery implements. We've turned on the stasis field over where we're going to be doing surgery. We've said Hail Marys to whatever gods we believe in for help and assistance.
Okay.
And for reasons I don't know why, I removed the glove and used my robotic hand
Okay.
as an assistant. Only one other person in the room knows about it, but for the security guard, this is new for him.
That's okay.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to get jumpy and yell Borg, and then
No. You want me to spray that with Lysol, dude?
Now,
All right,
yeah,
just
it goes
checking.
right into the goop.
I'm gonna set the stereo to play some very light, gentle music
Okay.
for surgery. You know,
We're gonna play
I've
some.
always wanted to do this. Adele, I'm Alive.
Oh, that would be good. I can't play that automatically because we get
I know,
demonetized. Everyone just think
I know,
that in
but-
your heads. Everyone hum it.
but we can say
Yes.
we play
Yeah,
it
exactly.
because
She's screaming out the back of the.
we only have the selection. I don't know what happened in the iTunes download here, but the only other stuff outside of that song is Klingon death metal, and no, I'm not playing that during surgery. Even I find that upsetting, and I've seen some weird stuff.
Okay, so we've got that. We're playing Adele. Oh man, if we would have wanted to be silly about this. Round one, what's playing when you both make that roll? Because I don't know Adele's song, so I'm kind of vaguely, yeah. My taste stopped in the 80s.
That Fire Their Rain, there's Hello. I think there's a few others. I don't know a lot of them.
Yeah, I like the idea of just yelling out the song title for round one, round two, and round three. So you just pick a round, what song's playing when you get to which round. And I like the idea of Hello, It's Me, as you just rip open their chest.
Dear doctor, not butcher. We do not rip open chest. We use precision instruments to cut open our patient's faces.
Patience, the carcass, yeah. So yeah, you'll be...
I'm not sure Hello from the Other Side is the best lyrics to sing during surgery, but...
You're singing to their organs. Honestly, what I'm going to do is this. You have your dose, right? You've dosed on telepathy? Okay,
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I forget how we did this. You're going to basically, as the patient is going under, you're going to need probably, I'm going with insight and either medicine or science. It's up to you. I forgot how you wanted to run your telepathy, but I'm going to be very, very loose about what traits you want to use. Is it supposed to be pulsing like that? Oh, God. This person is going to be like panicking in their mind. They're still aware, and you can sense that right now. And what I'm going to say is that that's one of the things that seems to be making this require more successes. So one of the tasks might wind up being actually getting the person's heart brain calmed down while you work on the other part. Is that okay for your assist? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that look healthy? Oh, it's gushing. Yeah, usually holes are not the part of it, but you do see something that looks a bit charred. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like it's got grill marks. Yeah, grill marks are not part of a heart stomach or a stomach kidney. All right, Ola, why don't you go ahead and you're going to go under control and medicine because I think that's that steady hand thing. And then you've got surgery as your focus, so that's even better. So you go ahead and probably wipe out this 8 difficulty all by yourself.
So I'm like, okay, I'll take the laser scalpel, you take, and you handle the tissue migrator.
Okay.
We'll act this together. I start by making these. Bad.
2 successes?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And Destiny, while you're doing the tissue migrator or mitigator or whatever it is,
Yeah.
the odd looking salt shaker. What I'd like you to do is telepathically, you're gonna be in touch with this person, and you're going to hear what.
No,
Yeah,
go
we'll
ahead.
just we'll do a little thing of like, well, you'll just have a little conversation while they're stroking out on the table. And
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like trying to calm
Yep.
them, and it's gonna be okay. You're in surgeon's hands. Let's not talk about this. Let's talk about. Do you have any pets?
and this person is thinking about cats, and they're thinking about their mom. They're thinking about a chocolate cake. They're thinking about everything in their lives is starting to flicker through, and they're lost in this. So to kind of grab and reach them out, go ahead and roll the attribute discipline you think is going to be most appropriate.
I've never done that
What?
before. I rolled a 1 and a 20. So,
Very nice. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, all right. So the 1 is cool because that gives you guys 2 + 2. It gives you four successes for this round. Takes you well past halfway. However, there is a complication that could cause this to be require more successes or something mechanically. But why don't you pick somebody to say what the complication was? Have them describe how this contact with Parker in the throes of panic didn't go well.
oh, Cam.
All right. So as your telepathy brushes against Parker's mind, his panic is so severe that it actually causes you to pull back. And when you do that, you increase his panic level even worse because he's like, "Oh, you scared me away. I scared her away."
Oh God, boy, you're just mean. Not as mean as me because I'm going to add an additional 2 successes to the requirement. So it's up to 10, which is okay.
Yikes.
It's totally doable though because I got 4. I mean, and to be honest, this was going to be too much of a cakewalk. I just realized I underestimated it compared to you two. All right, so Destiny, your next round when you come back, if you want to continue to try and calm him, it will just be like 2 successes needed to kind of, or actually, it'll be a difficulty level 1, so you'll lose 1 success on your next contact. So it'll anything you generate will just take 1 away from. Does that make sense? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Ula, you've got through it, and we're on to the next soundtrack. Izan, you sense, I'm assuming insight. Do you want to sense that she's in rapport and something went sideways? Like with the finger. Oh God. You can put that back later. Yeah, so Izan actually pulled back, and the heart, your surgery got more difficult. It seemed like the patient started slipping away on you. So what's the next soundtrack? Oh, we've looked up the tape. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nathaniel.
No, I'm just trying to think of something. I can't think of a title that really I want to put out there.
You can call on anybody else if you want.
Yeah, Cam, give it a shot. If you can think of something.
Oh boy. Is it an all Adele playlist?
Yes.
Or is it?
No.
Ooh. And I don't know Adele songs. And
Choose anything.
Open heart surgery musical playlist with Adele. Fucking things come up. 10 most emotional adults of the songs. Daydreamer, hello.
Out of character.
Take it all.
Yeah, that
Take it
sounds
all.
good. That sounds good. A daydreamer because he's so
Or turning
panicked.
tables.
He's so panicked that he's now daydreaming about being a child.
Oh man, okay, so they hit the gay thing in there. Okay, yeah, let's do the dreamer because he is slipping off into dreamer aspect. Okay, let's have you try some surgery, please. I do not need to look up inappropriate CPR songs. That will be next. That will be
So
what
it starts-
happens.
You could always start doing the song, the Witch Doctor. I don't know the Witch Doctor.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna do that one? Okay.
Why
Or,
not?
or the Weird Al list and like a
Yeah.
surgeon.
No, I like the idea that the inappropriate CPR songs will be used on the Tellarite when he goes and he starts when he starts going into cardiac arrest. Okay, so go ahead and roll the. I think it was medicine and control. Let's see what the next round of surgery is.
So anything below a 5 is a crit.
Should be an automatic crit. Yeah. 3. All right. Oops. So that's 3. And Destiny, you're gonna go back in. Do you want to go back in with telepathy or not do anything?
I think I'm going to try with telepathy to focus him on one specific thing. So I'm going to think long and hard about different cats and see if I can get him to focus on his cat and go that route to try to ground. Normally, I would try to ground people in reality, but that's really hard to do when you're unconscious.
Okay. So you're going to reach in there, and yeah, part of the difficulty is going to be sorting through all the cats because apparently he's had a lot of cats, and you're kind of wondering if maybe he has an issue. But he's seen, it's like every cat he's ever seen in his life, and then it starts moving over into Cations, and you're gonna pull him back from that and get him onto cats. So there is. Yeah, so go ahead and roll your. I'm assuming it's up to you what you want to use. It might be because you're trying to lock him down. It feels like reason and medicine maybe, or reason and command.
Okay. Yay, 2 successes.
Okay. What describe the cat that you locked onto?
I locked onto a cat that, like a snarky black cat. Like think Sabrina and the Teenage Witch, like that snarky type of black cat.
Oh God, please let me think it talks. So you got Tabby. You had one kind of a soak from that, from your previous pullback, so you only got one success that contributed to this, but that's okay. We had 4 down 10. That was out of 6. Okay, so you did 4 out of 6. So all you need kind of in this round is 2 for the next round. Okay, because nobody's screwed anything up. No, I do like the idea of it being a snarky cat. Okay, and the cat's working. Go ahead, and do we have another song we want to do? Because I do like the idea that Ula just sings over Adele with Witch Doctor. When we were young, one and only. Oh, that would be perfect. Yeah, for the cat. Anyway, just thinking one and only. Okay, go ahead, Ula, and let's see what we can do.
Have I got the bleeding under control, or is this still
bleeding's
part of
under, the bleeding's under control. Now you're pardon me. Yeah, you've got the bleeding under control. It looks like with this number of successes, it looks like you're able to resect the injured part of the stomach kidney, and it looks like you're going to do a nephrarial resection. And also, you managed to save the greater ganglia on the pyloric. Oh, it's the fundus. The fundus. The big. I have to say things like that because I spent a lot of time in school to learn these words. But it's the big belly of the stomach. You saved the nerve cluster that makes that work, and then also you saved some of the filter tubules from the kidney. So. Yeah, so it looks like you've made it. Now it's more or less kind of stitching everything back together. You got rid of the damaged tissue, and now it's kind of like getting it all back, so that it kind of connects back up in a functioning way. minus the components that were in the middle. So you're kind of putting nerves back together, you're putting a little bit of blood vessels back together, putting some of your readers in there. So you're just reconnecting the plumbing.
I give Destiny some of the auto sutures. We start closing up. I take up the portable dermal regenerator, and we start closing in Sparker.
Ooh. Yeah, I should have named the rounds by the state of the procedure. How dare you guys force me to think. Okay, so you're going to close up. Should be easy. There's only 2 successes left. All that's left is your incredibly freakish complication range on this guy. So you go ahead. You want to buy some dice? Damn it. Really? 4?
We're good. We're good.
Okay. Destiny, you've got, you're going to do your work more on the telepathy end of things. So it feels like he's calming down. He's latched onto the kitty. I would love it if you could sing the soft kitty song, but that's okay. Or the Sabrina the Teenage Witch song, if there is one. But yeah, if you want to do medicine and presence, because presence is kind of your charisma or your force of personality. Command is like your talking skill. What do you want to do to kind of, keep him calm? You can just leave him where he is and not do anything if you don't want to.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of monitor him a little bit of letting his mind wander with the cat, but the moment it tries to leave the cat, bring it back to the cat, bring it back to any cat or anything like that, but let him wander a little bit without completely going on a joyride.
Okay. Yeah, so he starts having the, actually the weird part is the cat seems to walk away. And he witnesses the cat just going away, and then he starts having a little ball of string or a little cat toy to bring it back whenever you kind of pull him back. So it does keep him in the thing. Could you roll your I believe this would be probably, let's go presence and command.
What the heck? I'm so sorry.
What's up?
2 complications.
Wait, what? What do you mean 2?
I rolled a 20 and an 18.
I would do it.
He's a vegetable.
I'm going to put that up on the monitor. Which I thought was funny. Why aren't you taking that, man? All right. Well, there's 2 complications. There's who wants to like come up with some reasons why this person strokes out on the table.
Well, I thought of one, but I don't know if it's too nasty or not.
All right.
So,
yeah, I'm going to ask Destiny. All right, Destiny, do you want this guy to die or not? Because this is kind of like a life-altering thing.
I wasn't going to kill him.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't going to kill him. It wasn't that nasty.
Like, people die, but it's, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to see where this plays out.
Because I mean, he'll die while you're in his head. So I'm just saying that could it's up to you to if you want that or not, because that's like a whole extra thing to dump on a character. So I am not going to do that to you. Because the
neurosynth will kind of help pull away, but yeah, that's gonna suck. But at the same time, I'm okay with that.
Okay, Nathaniel, did you have a question or not? Okay, it actually AI spotted your hand waving, or no, it was me. Oh shit. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, Cameron, you get 1 complication. Steve or Jim, which one of you wants to assign the next complication? Jim might have an idea.
I can do it. Yeah.
Is that okay, Steve?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'll let Jim do it.
Okay, Cameron, what's the complication?
All right. Well, since his kidney stomach was partially artificial, if I remember when we first started talking.
Yeah, that was the joke, and then suddenly, nope.
Yeah. And so he at one point had a blood transfusion with somebody who had encountered the Borg. So there's some dormant Borg nano creature thingies in the artificial portion of his kidney stomach, and if you're not careful, they're going to activate and Borgify.
All right. Well, I'm good.
Jesus.
So it's a complication.
I'm going to say
but
no.
It won't kill him if you get those things out of there.
I'm gonna go with. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to overrule your ass, because that would be like a whole deal onto itself. So I might just put the kibosh to that one. You go back and you think about what you did, Mister. Let's have something that's a little more related to the telepathy fail. Jim, I've given you an extra hint. Good. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, Jim. What happens to that cat?
Yeah, you are looking at this adorable, beautiful black kitten playing with a ball of yarn, and it is so cute. And all of a sudden, it gets bigger and bigger, and you're watching it grow up in like super fast speed. It gets old. It goes blind. You can watch all of its muscle mass deteriorate. And before you know it, he is thinking about his former cat.
Oh, this is the one he picked. So
His favorite.
God. Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, there. Yeah, Cam. See, Borg are just too pedestrian. Fucking give him a life experience. I think that counts as 2 complications, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that counts as 2.
Pretty extreme.
That's pretty extreme.
Yeah, next time do a chest buster.
Oh yeah, that's what the cat comes out, pops its head out, like Salem pops his head out. Does anybody else have a litter box? Anybody else need the litter box? Okay. Yeah. So Azan, he does okay, but he just does wake up crying, and he's kind of shook and shattered. So he's kind of locked in to that death memory. His brush with death may have locked him a little onto this death memory. Sorry about that, but that's what counselors are for. You'll never see this guy again. He's just going to be an emotional baggage. But he is alive, and he is going to, his heart brain is sad. That makes it even funnier because it's like that those 2 organs combined. So he's extra sad. It's very, very Egyptian. Yeah, so what?
Suturing him up, closing him up.
Yes.
I leave the stasis field on there, give him something for the pain, and then to Steven's character, I say he's on the first ticket back to the ship, and no more away missions.
No more what?
No more away missions.
Oh,
He stays on the ship.
Yep. But you know deep down that you couldn't give him something to cure his real pain.
Oh, I could. But it'd be
Good.
unethical.
Oh no, I got LSD. I'm good. I got ketamine. I'm good. No, I'll fix this right now.
My Hippocratic oath says I can't do it.
I like the doctor just coming up. Yeah, I can fix that. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I'll sort this out.
Just like
We could replicate a lollipop laced with something. For being a good patient.
So Parker is slated.
Oh, sorry, viewers and players.
Yeah, this is a horrible thing. Let me see. I may have taken you guys all the way through freaking. I've literally trauma gamed all of you, which is not great. Azan, one of the other things you do, you're pulling out. Can I have you? Do you want to kind of go outside? Or no? How do you feel about?
Yeah.
What do you want to do next? You guys have got this patient. You got the stripping off the gloves thing.
Yeah, so Azara is gonna take a minute and just be like, "Well, fuck. Oh, shoot, am I allowed to cuss on stream?"
You are now. I think
Okay,
like
cool.
Marvel, we get 3.
Okay, perfect. I used one because dead
I've used
cat.
up the other 4 in my head already. So go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
So he's gonna take a moment, and some ensign's gonna be like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna talk about this one right now. I'm gonna go for a walk, so I'm gonna just stroll down the hallway and kind of process. Well, that didn't work, and try to like figure out in my head, what should I have done? What should I have had him focus on? Maybe I should have brought him to a warm place like the beach instead, and then like try to like figure out how to do better because that clearly didn't work for anyone involved."
Okay. What I'm going to do is this. Good Lord, I got to clear some shit out here. Yeah, you're in a shuttle, so there's not a corridor, but I'm gonna have you just leave the spot, leave the place.
Yeah.
And well, there's these assholes lying in wait for you. Yeah, as you're introspective, you're reaching inward. You sense something else outside of you. You sense another presence. And you see this kid. The old lady's not there, but you do see this other kid. And you get the sense that there's two people in there.
Do I sense any malintent?
Actually, you sense that it was drawn. It seems like it's actually seeking you out.
So I'm going to be like, "Hello, who's out there?"
And you're in a bit of.
I can sense your presence.
Oh God! All right. In that case, okay. Roll initiative. Yeah. In that case, the young guy doesn't quite know what to do, but kind of just turns his head at you a little bit and kind of does this eyes thing, and the eyes are just cold.
And now my hand is on my phaser.
And that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop you guys on that cliffhanger, because I promised a cliffhanger a day, right? You guys came away, somebody's hands are burned. Is there any cliffhanger we can do here? They won't. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to say in the distance, because this discharge went north. There is now off to the north. It looks like it set some kind of fire. What's left of the vegetation out there. So I'm gonna move my fire over here. So it looks like there's possibly a wildfire started over there. Nice. Boy, do not let the science guy go out by himself next time. Maybe next time you should help him. But there is a fire over there. It may or may not be threatening the crops. We're going to find out next week. Okay. What I want to say is thanks. I wanted to get you guys cliffhangers. What I do want to ask is quick around the table. What do you think could happen next week or next session? Yeah, we're Starfleet. You're doing your best. Yep. Yeah. Who want? Because
for me.
So who wants to? I was just going to go down the line with Destiny, Jim, Steve, Nat, and Cam. Is that okay? Really quick, Destiny, what do you think is going to happen next week? It can be self-serving, by the way. You know, you can spotlight yourself, you can spotlight somebody else, you could just say, and a piano drops on somebody. All of those are valid.
Well, I think that away team's going to need some medical attention, and if those crops really are burning, there might be a lot of people needing medical attention very quickly. So maybe some triage and some
Okay.
mass care.
Okay, so what I heard was tornadic derecho hellstorm fire. Got it. Okay. Melt colony. But yes, I get you. Jim, what do you think should happen? What should happen? What could happen next week?
I think that we might be in trouble if something really bad happens to this Bajoran that was injured by this shoddy Starfleet technology. It'd be really huge political ramifications with the other colonists.
Oh, crap. Okay, that's horrible. I like you guys cutting your own switch, as it were. Your parents sent you out to get your own stick for beating.
Absolutely.
Steve, do you have anything you might that could happen next week?
Well, I was thinking about the old lady and the kid that I chatted with, the kid who's giving Destiny the weird eye. But also, I think there was mention of the cave that the kids found, and one of them ran off with a spanner or something. And I get the feeling they're all tied in, and maybe there's like some supernatural Bajoran Wraith crap going on.
And we still haven't put you in a spot where you can make. I mean, you just basically got to be a medical guy today, so.
That's fine.
But yeah, I think that bringing up that plot that doesn't involve everybody getting a new kidney heart. And then Nathan, do you have a favorite thing that could happen next week?
Well, for Ula, she's just going to be more triage stuff for all these accidents. The crew just like, you know what you did wrong? You're going to do it again? Oh, did that hurt? Remember that. Next time you're going to make sure you do it right so you don't feel the pain.
I mean, the weirdest part is, the two people that caused the accidents are the least injured.
Well, that's for security and commanding officer to deal with. I'm a doctor. I'm not.
Okay.
For Brator,
Yeah.
maybe engineering's one of the thrusters to help put out the fire. I don't know.
I like that. Yeah.
That's really
Brator
cool.
This
can
is
work
the
with
reason I
the
ask you
engineer.
guys shit. This is the reason I ask you guys shit. It's like you think I got 5 minds to mine, my half a brain. I'm putting a pin in that because you got to stop this fire, and I like the idea. It was that, or I was going to send you back in the run you as an ambulance. And Cameron, will you round us out with your thoughts that do not involve Borg, or
right.
Section 31, or the Mirror Universe? Taking all your toys.
No, this one will be a little bit more mundane. So I'm gonna click my communicator as I'm looking at her to call in help, and then I'll sort of Ragorthar kind of sniffs the air a little bit, and he realizes that the fire has started burning something in the soil that shouldn't be there. And he's not sure exactly what it is,
Okay.
but it's generating a pungent odor that he's going to have to explore more thoroughly because maybe there's some sabotage going on to these crops.
Okay, so you're thinking of like more the failure to thrive agricultural problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to think of like, okay, I got some Scooby-Doo stuff going on. Hey, everybody, I want to say thanks. I do want to say thank you to all of you for making the time, for playing, for putting up with chat and everything. I really appreciate it. And again, Destiny, thanks for kind of jumping in the deep end. Steve, thanks for grappling with some extra NPCs that were a bit of a wild card. So we'll
No
get
problem.
that done. And what I want to do is remind everybody that it's not just Star Trek, even though it should just be Star Trek on this channel. But we do have other things to do. What I would like to also do is say, hey, join us in Discord. If you like us, kind of pump us on social media. I think we have a Discord. I haven't been paying attention. Where am I at? I was trying to get the chat. Yeah, somebody already put up the Discord. Thank you, Atlas. If you're on Twitter or Insta Post or Thready or whatever it is, throw our links up there if you could, or if you want people to come and see us. If you're not, follow us on Twitch, or subscribe to us on our YouTube. But anyway, on Tuesday at 8:30, our alternating other episode is Star Trek Strange New Playtest, Episode 4, A Spoonful of Sugar. In this episode, Dr. Vorel is going to undertake a Vulcan mind meld with the captain, and it will leave Commander Thakwav to guide the USS Challenger through the labyrinthine expanse of the celestial algorithm. But first, we need to find out who George, Gracie, and Jillian are. And also, just how skin tight can an Orion spacesuit be? So I'd like you all to attend that on Tuesday, if you can. On Wednesday, we have Dungeons of Drakenheim. And Nathan, that's not yours, is it? Did Nathan freeze up? Yeah, he had a motor. Sorry. We have Dungeons of Drakenheim. I have no other things about it. 5th edition D&D. It's by Pwn Donkeys. He's a really cool guy, and they are hopefully having fun. And then we have Rifts, Megaversal Mayhem, Episode 6, Reawakening the Rift. The group has pulled a confusing ruse to gain entrance to the lab, surprisingly, which is dramatically what I've been told to read. However, the reunion is cut short as King Erdemon begins smashing the consoles, opening a rift that allows a behemoth to cross through. How will this battle go? Well, find out, and also put your thumb on the scales of destiny in chat, please. I think that nobody needs to come out of that alive, so get to work on it. On Friday at 7 p.m., we have Cookie Trek, the motion picture. The cash grab continues. The former crew of the USS Fan Service has moved on after the series finale. There is a presence reaching out to them, but who or what is the enigmatic Tarosta? And will Zahn ever stop hanging around in the background? And Sunday, we're off Saturday, surprisingly, and Sunday at 9 o'clock, Tomb of Annihilation, 5th edition D&D, The Wrath of Grapes. After Scrod ripped a demon in half, a literal demigod rose from his ashes with a desire for revenge, but wound up becoming a babysitter. Through a series of unfortunate animal handling checks and Looney Tunes shenanigans, DM Dave in cow form was almost killed to death, but Jaeger's quick thinking saved both him and the cure. A short, long rest later, and the party has opened every magical wardrobe in the room at once, releasing a flood of enemies intent on destruction. What is next? You're going to have to decide. Rufus the Robot. This week's Rufus the Robot also said this week's cookie for Cookie Trek is almond crepet from IKEA Swedish. So there's that. I'm going to try and look for a raid if you guys have anything you want to kind of say. Anything you want to plug? Or are you all gone?
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Doing the thing.
Doing the thing. I'm going to see if I can get to Love Laugh Lady. We're going to start watching. We're going to start the raid. We're going to be raiding Laugh Love Lindy. And they're going to get deeper into the nethers. They might be doing nether deep. So everybody head on out there and in the chat and cheer them on. And we'll hopefully see you all here again next week. And I think I got the raid going. Look at that. I actually did it right for a change. Okay, I'm going to